It's easier to have her at home, but yet it's stressful in its own way. Taylee was born with a rare condition called, you can either call it VATER syndrome or they call it bacterial association. During prenatal development, it affects different areas of the body. She had her first surgery, you know what, I can't remember if it was about 2 days old or something like that. It's kind of like a blur. Her internal anatomy is different from ours, in a sense. It's kind of really unique.
Tell her your name.
My name is Taylee.
Her esophagus issues are on the more severe end because she doesn't really have much at all. It's 1 in 1 trillion babies are born with it. The odds of winning the lottery are higher than getting this. She had 24-hour on-the-clock care until she came off life support. She was on a ventilator. She did that until right before her 4th birthday she came off. Now I get 120 hours a week of nursing care. In the morning, her nurse who monitors her throughout the night to make sure her respiratory and everything goes fine, gets her up at 6 in the morning to get her ready for school. She gets on the bus at about 7:10. And then he comes in at 7 and gets her stuff that the other nurse has ready and waiting by the door. And then he gets on the bus with her. And then he basically does all her medical care and sits with her in a classroom throughout the day. She has a one-on-one aide and some modified schoolwork. She's in 1st grade. She goes to Greenwood Elementary School. So they're kind of interviewing with the families when they come in at the beginning. Like, okay, the agency will call you and say, well, how did you like this nurse? Do you think that they're a good fit for Taylee? And then they ask the nurse, well, how did you feel with the family? Because you're working in someone's home, they want both parties to be comfortable. They kind of come out and train and work with her. You have somebody working here 5 days a week or 4 days a week or even 1 day a week, and you realize what their habits are in your own home. Sometimes the habits can be annoying, and sometimes the habits are okay. And it's all you have to compromise. They know everything there is to know about our family, and then some, just because they hear our conversations. I mean, I know that they're not trying to listen, but you know, when you're somewhere and somebody's talking, it's hard not to hear what they're saying. I think there's also common misconceptions because I have 2 male nurses. I can't tell you how many people misconceive to where they think that's my husband, and that makes me feel very uncomfortable. It's a trust relationship in your home. You're trusting them to care for them when you're not present. You're trusting them to not take your personal information and give it to anybody else. And you're compromising on a lot of the little things. We didn't choose to be in this situation. It's just kind of a life circumstance. I mean, and I would do it all over again because she's, I get to enjoy this time with her right now, and I don't know how much time I have with her.